Dr. Andrew von Plitt here with andrewplitt.com. In this video, we are going through the fourth movement of the Taiji 10 form, and I'm going to be showing it to you in detail from several different angles. If you're not familiar with this form or you have not learned the previous movements in this form, please go back to the videos earlier in this series that teach the previous movements of this form, and then come back to this video to learn this movement. So this movement is called parting the horse's mane, and if you've done any Yang style Tai Chi forms before, you're probably very familiar with this movement. The main difference with the way that we're doing it in this form, as opposed to say the 24 form, is instead of doing this movement on both sides going in one direction, just like the other movements of this form, we do the movement going one direction and then we turn 180 and do it going in the other direction. The good news is that the footwork in this movement is basically the same as what we did in the previous movement. So you don't have to learn new footwork, it's just something different with the hands. Now our last movement, we finished each movement with one leg forward. So I have my left leg forward now, left hand was down to the side, and then right hand was pushing out. So opposite leg, opposite hand, forward. With this movement, it's the opposite of that. So whichever leg is forward, that's going to be the forward arm or the forward hand. So if my left leg is forward, the left arm is the one that's going to be extended out. So that's something to check as you go through the movement. After you finish your last movement, are you finishing with opposites forward? And then after you finish this movement, are you finishing with the same side forward? So the last movement of the form left us facing to the west. So as with each of these videos that I make, when I start the form facing south. So right now, if I'm facing you and this is the direction I started the form, this is south. To my right would be west, to my left would be east, and then behind me would be north. So our last movement left us facing to the west with the right leg forward, the left hand pushing forward, and the right hand down next to the right knee. From here, what we're gonna do is forget about the hands for a moment. We're gonna turn the foot in, pivoting on the heel, rotating at the hip, keeping the knee and the foot and the whole leg aligned so there's no twisting in the knee or ankle joints. From here, I'm gonna shift the rest of my weight to this right leg. I'm gonna pull the left leg in, just gently touching the floor with the toe. From here, I'm gonna step straight out to the east, step out, touch with the heel, and I'm gonna shift forward to face to the east. So that's the footwork for the first part of this movement. Let's add the hands to that, and then we'll add the rest of the movement at the end. From our last movement facing to the west, the left hand's forward, the right leg's forward. What we're gonna do is we turn this right leg in, is we're gonna sweep across the front of the body, or sweep across toward the south, and then toward the east, with the left hand coming across about chest level. What the right hand's gonna do is as this hand starts to come across, the left one comes across, the right hand's gonna come up, and then as I shift my weight to the right leg, they're gonna change spots. So now the right hand's on top, the left hand's underneath. So what's happening is we have left hand up high, right hand down low. We're gonna go left comes across, right comes up, left drops down, and then right takes its place. So now right on top, left on bottom. So again from here, sweep across with the left hand, bring the right hand up, the left hand drops down, the right hand comes across next to the left shoulder, and I'm turning to face east. Now notice that my feet did the same thing they did before. Right leg turned in, left leg pulled in so that just the toe is touching the floor. When I finish this movement, my right hand is palm toward the east. It's not completely toward the east. The fingers are tilted forward a little bit, or the hand's tilted toward the ground a little bit, but the idea is the palm is that way. And then this left hand is kind of scooping underneath here. So they're not facing each other like we did in the 24 form, more alignment with the wrists than the palms of the hands. So here, here. And from here, you're gonna step straight to the east now with the left leg. So you step out to the east with the left leg, and as you shift forward, the right hand's gonna drop down, palm down. The left hand's gonna stay palm up, and it's just gonna sweep out in an arc in front of you. So from here, shift forward, the right hand drops down, the left hand sweeps out, and you finish facing to the east. So when you finish, again, check. Left leg's forward, left hand's forward. That's good. Right hand's palm down next to the right side. And this arm is extended out in front. It's not pulled in. You don't want the elbow super close. You want a nice full arm there going in the direction of east. Okay, we're gonna go through that one more time and then we're gonna add the next portion of this movement. We just finished our last movement, right leg forward, left hand forward. Turn the right leg in as the left hand sweeps across and the right hand starts to come up. Shift the weight to the right leg and pull the left leg in as the hands change positions. You're facing to the east. Now you're going to step out with the left foot toward the east, touching with the heel. And as you shift forward, the left hand comes out, palm up, and the right hand drops down, palm down. From here, we're going to do the same thing going the opposite direction. So we don't have to sweep across with the right hand like we did with the left hand because it's down low already, and that's where we want it when we finish this movement. So it's slightly different, but almost exactly the same. From here, you're going to pivot the left foot in. We're going to forget about the hands for a minute. The left foot pivots in, pivoting at the hip, keeping the leg aligned. Shift the rest of your weight to the left leg and pull the right leg in so just the toe is touching. So your rooted leg is your left leg, and you're just gently touching the floor with the toe of the right foot. From here, we're now facing to the west. So we're going to step to the west again with the right foot, touching with the heel, and then shift forward so that we're facing to the west. So as you can see, the footwork's pretty much exactly the same. From here, it's turn in, shift, turn to the west, step out, and shift forward. Now we're going to do just that part of the form with the arms included so that we can see how those connect with what the feet are doing. From where we finished, at the beginning of this movement, we have the left leg forward and the left hand forward, palm up, right hand palm down. From here, turn the left leg in. And what you're doing with the left hand is you're bringing it across next to the right shoulder. And this right hand is just going to turn palm up, right? So we have palm up, palm down, and they're just changing, right? So the right hand's now palm up, and the left hand is kind of palm down, but more palm forward. We're doing the same thing with the feet. So as that happens, we pivot in on the heel of the left foot, shift to the left foot, pull the right foot in so that we're just touching with the toe. Again, this left hand is pushing forward, or pointing forward, I guess I should say, with the palm, kind of forward and down. And this right hand is palm up underneath. We're going to step out to the west with the right heel. And then as we shift forward, sweep out with the right hand and down with the left hand. When you finish here, your right leg is forward, your right arm is forward, your right arm is palm up, and your left hand is palm down at the side. Now let's put it all together. So we're going to go through both the left side and the right side, parting the horse's mane, starting from our last movement, which was brush knee and push. So from the last movement from the previous video, we are facing to the west, right leg forward, right hand down, left hand pushing out. Turn the right leg in, sweep across with the left hand, bringing the right hand up, drop the left hand down, and bring the right hand next to the left shoulder. Gently touching the toe with the left foot, we're going to step out on the heel of the left foot, and then as you shift forward, sweep out with the left hand palm up, and the right hand goes palm down next to the right side. From here, we're going to pivot in on the left heel, bringing the left hand across next to the right shoulder, shifting the weight to the left leg so we're barely touching the floor with the toe of the right foot. From here, we're going to step out to the west with the right heel, and as you shift forward, sweep out with the right hand palm up, and the left hand goes palm down to the left side. Now I'm going to show this to you from a different angle. So I'm going to start as if I'd started the form facing this way, so this is now south for me. Directly towards you would be west, and away from you would be east. Our last movement of the form left us facing to the west, with the right leg forward, the right hand palm down, and the left hand pushing forward. From here, what we're going to do is sweep across with the left hand and turn the right foot in. The right hand comes up, the left hand drops down, we shift to the left foot, or to the right foot rather, pulling the left foot in with just the toes touching the floor. Step out with the left heel, shift forward, sweeping out with the left hand palm up. Turn toward the west, left hand comes across to the right shoulder, shift the weight to the left leg, right foot is barely touching the floor with the toes. Step out with the right heel, shift forward, sweeping out with the right hand and down with the left. When you finish, your right hand is forward, your right leg is forward, and your left hand is palm down, and your right hand is palm up. Again, from our last movement, turn the right foot in, sweep across with the left hand, bring the right hand up, shift the weight to the right leg, pull the left leg in, right hand next to the left shoulder. Step forward to the east with the left heel, and as you shift forward, sweep out with the left hand, palm up, right hand palm down. Turn the left leg in, bring the left hand across to the right shoulder, shift the weight to the left leg, and the right foot's barely touching the floor with the toes. You're going to step out with the right heel to the west, and as you shift forward, sweep out with the right hand, palm up, and drop the left hand down, palm down to the left side. Now I'm going to demonstrate as if I'd started this form facing away from you. So this direction is now south, this is now east, and this is now west. If you're just learning this movement for the first time, this view is the best one to follow along with. So I encourage you, now that you've seen the movement from a couple different directions, to actually get up and try this movement out with me as I go through it. The last movement of the form left me facing to the west. Right leg forward, left hand forward, right hand palm down. You're going to turn the right leg in, sweep across with the left hand. The right hand comes up, the left hand drops down. You shift your weight to the right leg, pull the left foot in. Turn to face the east. Step out with the left heel to the east, and as you shift forward, sweep out, palm up with the left hand, palm down with the right hand. From here, you're going to turn the left foot in, bring the left hand across to the right shoulder, shift to the left leg, right foot's barely touching the floor with the toe. Now we're going to step out to the west with the right heel, and as you shift forward, sweep out with the right hand palm up, press down with the left hand palm down. Again, from our last movement, right leg forward, left hand forward. Turn the right leg in, sweep across with the left hand, bring the right hand up, drop the left hand down, bring the right hand across the left shoulder, left hand palm up, right hand palm forward to the east, step out with the left heel to the east, shift forward, sweeping out, palm up with the left hand, and down, palm down with the right hand. From here, turn the left foot in, push across to the right shoulder with the left hand turns palm up. Step out with the right heel to the west, shift forward, sweeping out, palm up with the right hand, and palm down with the left hand. Now I'm going to demonstrate if I'd started the form facing this way. So this is now south, toward the wall here would be west, and directly towards you would be east. Again, from our last movement, facing to the west, right leg forward, left hand forward. Turn the right leg in, sweeping across with the left hand, bring the right hand up, shift to the right leg, and bring the left foot in, just touching the floor with the toes. We're going to step out to the east with the left heel, shift forward, and as you shift forward, sweep out with the left hand palm up and drop the right hand palm down to the right side. From here, come across with the left hand toward the right shoulder, turning the left foot in, pivoting on the heel, shift to the left leg, step out with the right foot, gently touching with the heel, and as you shift forward, sweep out with the right hand palm up and left hand palm down. One more time from our last movement, right leg forward, left hand forward, facing to the west. Turn the right leg in, sweep across with the left hand, bring the right hand up, shift to the right leg, pull the left leg in. From here, you're going to step out to the east with the left heel, shift forward, sweeping out with the left hand palm up, and the right hand goes down, palm down. Turn the left foot in, sweeping across with the left hand, shift to the left leg, turn to face west. Step out with the right foot to the west, touching with the heel, and as you shift forward, sweep out with the right hand, palm up, and the left hand drops down, palm down. While this is a pretty straightforward movement, there are a few things that you want to look out for as you're going through this movement. The very first thing is, similar to all these movements, watch your knee alignment. When you're doing these rotations, make sure your leg stays aligned so the knee doesn't outrun the foot or lag behind the foot. And when you're shifting the weight to this leg, if you don't turn it enough, it can be tempting to let the knee buckle inward as you shift. Don't do that. Keep the knee aligned with the foot. So even if you don't turn it very far, keep the knee aligned with the foot. And if that's as far as you can turn it there, you can also try pushing the heel out a little bit and then shift to it here. So you can play with how the foot moves, pivoting on the heel part way, and then pushing the heel back. Or you can even just pivot as far as you can here, shift the weight, and then use this foot to help you push it the rest of the way so that you're facing more in the direction that you're wanting to face without twisting the knee or letting it buckle in or push out. The next thing to be aware of is how your hands are facing. I don't know why it's really comfortable, I guess, for a lot of people, or very common, but something that new students do a lot with this movement is as they come across, instead of ending up here, palm up, they come across here and their palms forward. So as you do this, make sure that when you finish, you have your forward arm, forward leg, and that is palm up. The hand that's closer to the ground, that's palm down. So if it helps you remember, you can think of like heaven, the palm is facing heaven, that's the arm that's closer to heaven because it's higher up. This one is facing the earth, the palm is facing the earth because it's closer to the earth. So if that helps you remember, you can think of this one getting closer to heaven, this one getting closer to earth, with the palms and the location of the arms. Thank you so much for taking the time to learn this movement with me today. I hope you got a lot out of this video, and I hope you really enjoyed learning this move. If you have any questions about this movement, please leave them in the comments below. Also, if you enjoyed this video or got something out of it, please like this video, subscribe to my channel, and also consider becoming a supporting member for this channel to help ensure that more videos like this will be made available in the future. I wish you all the best in your training, stay safe and healthy out there, and as always, thank you for watching.